Hi, this is Ian, and welcome to another daily quiz where we try to pinpoint the best starting location. I do this every day on Reddit where I ask for your advice and suggestion. I try to keep it consistent, but I've been sick lately, so I'm a bit delayed. Anyway, let's start. So this one was Mali, and Mali have a really good ability when you settle it close to deserts. City centers gain 1 plus fate and 1 plus food for every adjacent desert and desert hill tiles. So what we do want to settle that is settle the city center with as many adjacent desert and desert hill tiles we can get. Everywhere around this coastline is decent enough. We could perhaps move over to this hill over here, but I didn't post it as a suggestion because I didn't think about it. But this is a really good, like trying to go for the hills. You also have a lot of desert styles here, so this is a really good spot in my opinion. Have a lot of potential. Another one that's pretty good is this one here. This one it's not pretty good, but they work. It depends on what you want to play. If you want to play going for wonder like the pyramids, you definitely need to start here so you can shop these tiles here to get the wonder. But there is one thing that's really important. You get more knowledge once you start exploring. So we know for a fact we don't want to start in this location here, even if it's a really good starting location for a different civ. But for Mali we do want to have desert tiles just for the fate to get the early Pantheon, and this one too. So we need to get to one of these tiles at least. So moving is definitely something we need to do right away. And when you do move, you do get more vision, and settlers are really good to spot stuff. So what I was trying when I playtested this game just to check if I could find something better place to settle, and you actually see something right away, which is the Fountain of Youth. Yeah, so that changes a lot of stuff. Because now you have a really good luxury resources you do want to get, and we also have a Fountain of Youth, which is really close to us, which will give us 4 in Fate and 4 in Science. And even if that's not really good in terms of like you don't get production, you don't get food, you don't get any growth, but you can keep up just to get the Pantheon. And even if it takes 3 turns to settle here, you make it up for it with the Science yield and also the Fate from settling here. So definitely once you spot that this is absolutely one of the best spots, you can settle here. So you didn't know this, but that's just how it is. Definitely settle on this spot. Let's see what the other people say. Back to Midgets, he would settle for the pink, which is one of the one with a warrior are. Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, yeah, you get plus fate and you get food and you also get production, so it's good from starting there. Yeah, that might be a good point, because you get production, you also have hills to work with there, you also have a really nice desert hills here, and it doesn't really speak good because of all the places here we can settle on this river, but you couldn't get that on any of these places anyway. So I see this one as the best one, obviously best one, but we didn't know that when I posted it, so you're all excused. Going for green says EUV. Yeah, he was settled for green. If you didn't know the Fountain of Youth there, moving 3 turns to settle just on a luxury resource is not worth it. So Ranger Goroth, rough start. The jungle styles are just decent enough, they're not good. So I completely understand. There's nothing really particularly good from this location. This one is the best one, you can see right away. So yeah, you're going for desert folklore and stuff. So trying to pinpoint the best place you can place your holy site is ideal. So pink or yellow, he says. Yeah, perhaps this one is good. I was perhaps underestimating it, but yeah. So the next one is Germany, and Germany is really powerhouse when it comes to civilization. They are a really strong civ, which has a lot of potential, doing a lot of good stuff because they have so much production. They have also really good gold income, and they have everything going for them, really. They're a really good civ. So this start, the first thing that just screams out to me is this is a really good start to just spawn on right away. I mean, you have a lot of stuff to work with here. But what's really important when you're playing Germany, specifically Germany, because they have 2 districts that are really important here. First one is the Hansa. It's a unique district with the industrial zone. It has a lot of adjacency bonuses, especially one with the commercial hub. So what do you want to do with Germany? You do want to have both the Hansa and you do want to have the commercial hub in every city. And what you also want, you do want a lot of other stuff that gives you bonus. I'm just placing them down there. You want the aqueduct, you want the dam, and you also want the canal. These three are really important because as many of these you can combine with your industrial zone is surprisingly good. So if you say you have up here, this is not going to work. Everyone who builds industrial zone, you do want to have these as well. But Germany also have the really good commercial hub that's also concluded, so you can get really good Hansa, and you also get really good commercial hub as well, with all district adjacents and stuff. And yeah, it's really good. When I'm playing this Civ, first thing I want to do is finding out where I get my second city, because you want to combine stuff. What you do want to get is getting, like, you can now maximize this by having an aqueduct here as well, and you can also build commercial hub here if you want, and you can build a Hansa here from this one, or you can build like this. So you combine, you like making bigger settlement here, right? So you get the picture what I'm trying to aim for. You can combine a lot of city. So the next city you spawn is really as important as the first one. If I'm going to maximize this right away, is one of these two tiles. I think this one is the best one of these. I think this one is the best one of these because it has a really amazing tiles around it. 2-2 and a 4 here with food. So you have a lot of growth there. You also have a lot of production right away. And you can make something really nice. This is a really good example of how you think through before you settle down. So you can make like really good combination cities. A different approach that just a really simple one. Instead of overthinking everything, you can do something really simple. Instead of going very hard on the hard wire for finding the best spot, you can just go and settle on this sweet tobacco tile here, because tobacco is a really good location to start on, because they give 1+ faith, and faith early game can be tremendous because you can get an early pantheon, and getting an early pantheon can create an entire game style for you. The problem is you can't see anything over here, so you don't really know what to expect and everything. So this is the easiest one to just place. If you place it on here, you can still make a pretty decent city here. So why not just do it so simple like this? You maximize at least one city, and you might as well build a city down here as well. You don't know, but this is a really good idea just to settle on this tobacco here. The problem is you can't see anything, so difficult to spot what to do. Just watch what people say. So the first one wants to go for black, which is one of the tile I suggested, because you have food right away, and you also have a quarry from production, bronze working, and will chop you district, and you have a lot of like shops for natural forester on this tile. Here you lose out on one tile, which is a really good idea. So digital analog heart, really good suggestion. I agree. I think that's a really good spot. The other one is going for the tobacco, which is very, very thriving. I mean, you don't know what's worth there, and I'm tempting to go for. I think this is a really good. I think it's equal between the tobacco and this spot here, the black one. But getting something religious really early is really good. And you can also trade the resources like Crispy Coleman says. I think that's a good just assumption. Take one of these two tiles, don't start in place. You move one tile, you lose one turn, but it's okay, it's worth it. So just check what we can get when I'm moving. So there's nothing particularly good here, but it's nothing bad as well. We have a lot of stuff there. We can also make the industrial zone the other way instead of going this way because of what we know here. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. There is always possibility with Germany. This one was a hard one, but I think black or tobacco, which means black or blue, is the correct choice. This start was with Canada, and I only posted it as a joke because this start was so amazing right away when it started. There is, for me at first glance, there is nothing else to place your city. You have your only freshwater tile here, as you can see. So this is the only freshwater tile you have with access to the wonder, and every tile you have a start with 2+ in culture, and you also have a lot of gold and stuff and everything. So there's a lot of tiles you can work on right away. There is some suggestion even that I was startled by that suggests even moving to this silk over here, which is a really amazing tile, or this wheat over here. Because you have a lot of access to, you can create a lot of farms with Canada, meaning you can get the freshwater stuff sorted out and you can later build an aqueduct. But I think important here to just know, don't overthink, like Plyslut says. Don't overthink it, because you don't really need to overthink it. You can do it really simple by just settling in start, and you can get access to this really amazing tile very early, which is really incredible important, because Canada gets discount when they're buying tiles of Tundra, so they can get this tile really fast, and they also get a lot of culture here from this tile and this tile in the beginning, and growing to this tile, and then later you can just buy this tile because you get a lot of gold as well. So I'm gonna show you how long it would take for you to get this tile. I think it will take longer time to create a worker. You can already see we're making 14 per turn, which is a really amazing start. It takes 13 turns to make a builder. We can be greedy and going directly for builder, or we can go for the scout, which is normal tactic. So let's go for builder just to show you I can get this tile before I get a worker. Now you switch to the God King, so you can get access to a Pantheon really early. You get a bit better productions, meaning we can get the build up quicker. You can also see we are getting less food, so we're growing slowly. You can see how quickly we're growing. This is turn 6 or turn 5. We already have access to this tile. You're growing incredibly fast because of all this culture we get. 5 turns, we already have 97 gold. Already this tile as well. 2 turns left for 40 gold. We make that up in 3 turns. Now we have access to this tile, amazing tile. And now we're gonna send it down. No, really lucky. But now we can build ourselves farm. And you can see here, we already have +4 in food. So it will never be a problem. We can lock this down, we can lock this down. Never stop working these tiles. And we will grow immensely fast. And we also have access to a lot of other tiles we can get. We can get this tile if we want food. We can create a farm here, we can create a farm here, we can even get a farm here. And the holy site will be in this location here, in my opinion. So you get the holy site with Dance of the Aurora. Already have the Pantheon Dance of the Aurora because of the relic we got. Pretty lucky. This is an absolute insane start. You can do whatever you want with this game. You can even buy this one if you want. We can build a farm here as well. So I have a really good selection if you want to grow quickly. +3. So you can see there is a lot of stuff you can do. Making a really good use of all these tiles. You also get access to every one of these tiles, so it's an amazing start. Just say it lightly. So anyway, this was my 3 suggestions and 3 challenges, and you all did amazingly well, at least on a lot of you, on these questionnaire. I still can't believe this is an actual spot. I can understand the reason for it, but I find it still difficult to believe. This is a really no-brainer for me. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you back later. Bye bye.